You're listening to The Business Breakfast on Dubai Eye 103.8.
Live at WORLDEF Dubai, the Middle East's premier international digital commerce event.
It is lovely to be back at Dubai CommerCity. Every single time we come down here, it reminds us of, well, the vision of the UAE, the thinking that's gone into these extraordinary interactive working spaces, connection to the warehousing and otherwise. And on this occasion, we're here for WORLDEF as well. Dubai CommerCity is staging the WORLDEF Dubai 2026 for the second time, Global Digital Trade Forum. Starts today, goes on for the next couple of days, doubling in scale from its 2024 debut, attracting many more visitors, countries and otherwise. In fact, why am I telling you the numbers? Because the man responsible for a lot of that is alongside me, the Senior Vice President of Commercial at Dubai CommerCity, is Mitch Bittermann, who's joined us live here from his home as he hosts us here today. Mitch, great to have you with us. Thanks so much indeed for joining.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Congratulations on what looks like another extraordinary event. I'm going to get onto that very shortly, but I'm always very conscious when we broadcast from venues that with the population growing at the moment and a lot of people not really exploring other areas of the city, Dubai CommerCity, and I'm sure this is a question you answer at every single dinner party and event you go to. Where is Dubai? How do you explain where Dubai CommerCity is? And how do you explain what its sort of mantra is? It's a raison d'etre.
Yeah, so thanks again for having me. I think one of the main things what makes Dubai CommerCity so great, we are the future of digital commerce.
Yes.
If you look at it globally right now, from an e-commerce perspective, Dubai was starting quite late in terms of the e-commerce journey. If you look at total retail, it's around 14 to 16%. If you go to places like China, it's double of that. So that gives an idea of the growth momentum which you can see in these markets. And for us, I always say it's like, because people say you're a free zone.
Yeah.
I tend to differ, and I said, you know what, we're actually an ecosystem and we have free zone capabilities.
Yeah.
I need to be careful with my management how I sell it. But by the end of the day, it's really someone coming in and we're helping them along the way. You know, and it's not a byproduct, but they need a lease, they need a license, that's for sure. But the most important part is people need to be connected. People need to get help to get their business started, and that's where we come in.
And a good way of marketing that, a good way of getting that message across is by inviting hundreds of speakers on a variety of subjects for WORLDEF Dubai. How important is an event like this in terms of putting Dubai CommerCity on the map, not just as a venue, but also as an organizer?
Yeah, I think we want to be the thought leader in a way, obviously, in that space. If you look at most of the people who are working in Dubai CommerCity, including myself, we don't have a government background. We come from customs. I come from e-commerce. I was with Adidas before. I have one of my colleagues, for instance, he built the first Noon warehouse. So we have a lot of industry knowledge which we can bring to the table, and the whole idea is to use this event, bring the knowledge out there, but the most important part is connect people to each other. See, like, how can they do business with each other? Because the biggest challenge is never to set up a company. You have around 40 free zones in the UAE. The biggest challenge is how can you generate revenues, recurring revenues, so your business is going to be growing over the next couple of years and you don't need to shut down at some stage.
A lot of people think e-commerce and they think, yeah, okay, you get to your office and it's 24/7 and there's not much going on because it's all E at the moment. And yet you're putting a face to e-commerce. You're bringing that networking element as well. How important is that, A, for the industry, but B, for existing tenants down here at Dubai CommerCity?
For existing tenants, I think it's super relevant. Alone, if you look at last year, we have created more than 200 opportunities, one tenant doing business with another tenant. Give you an example, for instance, you come, you have an amazing product, you're producing in India, in China, whatever, pair of shoes, you have amazing shoes, a world changer, basically, slip on, you don't need to bind it, whatever. You come in, first question you have, how do I fulfill? You don't want to become a logistics company, so you don't want to focus on it. Guess what? We have a lot of tenants who are experts in fulfillment. So why not using them and actually do the fulfillment? You have an amazing product, but you need to market it. If no one sees it, the product can be as great as you want it, but no one's going to buy, right? So we are trying to bridge that gap, because the biggest challenge any company coming in is they need to think about what kind of legal setup do I want? How do I develop my product? How do I get customers? So all the other things on the way is a hindrance in a way, right? And we just want to remove the friction. And that's why we come in and do all these intros. And based on what you said, how relevant is it that people come in? If they're all sitting at home and doing their own thing, no one is going to talk to each other. You know what I mean? They don't have a network, and we do really like every 3 months we have all the C-levels coming together. We launched here a community app. So now we have around 4,000 people in the Dubai CommerCity community. We want them to talk to each other. So it's all about, in a broader sense, like a family. Yeah, the first ecosystem you enter in your life. People trust each other, they learn from each other, they nurture each other, and we want to adopt exactly the same approach. And right now it's very successful. People not coming for the license and because we're digital free zone, but they come for the ecosystem. They come to be connected.
And it is that ecosystem approach that you bring, you know, be that legal, be that advice, be that business setup licenses, and otherwise. It's part of the education. It's part of telling you what digital trade in Dubai is all about here in the region. That every time that we come down here, I'm always amazed by the uptake in terms of occupancy. Where are we at in terms of occupancy at the moment? What's the waiting list look like, and what's the future for Dubai CommerCity?
So we have right now, we are luckily more than 99% full. In terms of office space, warehouses is around 100, not around, it's 100%, all warehouses are full. However, we have, and that behind you, we have the next phase being launched. We have 6 buildings right now, another 6 being completed, space for 22,000 people and numerous companies, obviously. We're building a micro-fulfillment tower, which is something unique as well, because it will allow small players to come in and do their own fulfillment out of a space of 50 square meter, 200 square meter, in a very small setting. And I think as we keep on developing it, space will not be the issue. I just assume we will have space, and there is more. As long as we are successful, there's more to come. For me, more now, the most important part is not the occupancy. We are good from that perspective. The most important part is how can we do now something with these tenants? Like you mentioned, we had a discussion before. A lot of people say there's only digital commerce companies here. That's actually not correct. I have around 15 logistics companies. I have around 10 mobility companies, right? So the next level would be, now that we have this ecosystem, how do we do it industry specific? So we could potentially say, you know what, let's bring in all these guys who do deliveries, who do chauffeur service, car brands, bring them all into one, because that's an ecosystem by itself, right? So we can even turbo boost it even more and see like what can these guys do together in order to create value for both companies.
Yeah, the message from Mitch, look, just come down, see what we can do for you. Come and meet Mitch and his team from the commercial side of things down here. Come and have a little smooch around. You know, you've got restaurants down here, dining boutiques as well, gives you an idea of the environment, and what better time to do it than during WorldDef as well, which gets underway today. All the best with WorldDef. Really appreciate your time early on a Thursday morning. Thanks so much indeed, and all the best with the expansion plans down here as well. Thank you so much indeed for the invite.
Thank you.
Mitch Bittermann is the Senior Vice President Commercial down here at Dubai CommerCity, the host venue and the organisers of WorldDef Dubai, which starts today.